Welcome to section 5.3, solve multi-step inequalities. Now this section is all about solving inequalities that take more than one step in order to solve them. Other than that, it's just like the math we've been doing for 4 chapters so far, so hopefully shouldn't be all that tricky for you. So first thing we have to do is try to get the x by itself. So go ahead and add a positive 7 to both sides, which will leave us with a 3x is less than 15. Now we can go and divide both sides by 3, and we get an x is less than 5. We also still need to graph this, so we can go ahead and make our number line, plot your 5, and our x has to be an open circle because there's no equal to line, and its x is less than 5, so it's everything that's smaller than 5, so it's going to go over to the left. Let's try another one. So for this one, if I'm trying to get down to just that x, I'm going to start out dividing both sides by that negative 0.6. And the reason I'll do that is because now I don't have to distribute it in. I can just divide by that, and then I'll just add 5 at the end. So what's left then, on the left side, is just the x minus 5. We're dividing by a negative number, so we have to flip the direction of our sign. And then 15 divided by 0.06 is going to come out to 250. Now we just need to add 5 to both sides. And what's left then is x is greater than or equal to 255. That seems way too... Oh, I realized I just did. I divide by 0.06 instead of 0.6 on my calculator. So let me go and just redo that equation quick. That should actually come out to be 25, not 250. So then it's 25 plus 5. It's going to give us an answer of 30. And now I'm looking at this once more, and I've just royally messed this up a couple times because we're dividing a positive by our negative, so our answer should actually be negative. So it'd be negative 25 plus 5. So instead of 255, instead of 30, it's going to be a negative 20. So if x has to be greater than or equal to negative 20, we can now plot that negative 20 here. Go ahead and fill in an open circle, a closed circle, because there is the equal to line underneath, and x has to be larger than that negative 20, so it's going to be everything going to the right. Sorry for those mistakes. Clearly, my mind was not processing this one as well. Hopefully, you maybe caught some of those as I was working. Let's try the next one. So 6x minus 7 is greater than 2x plus 17. Well, the first thing we're going to want to do is get all of our x's onto the same side. So I'll go ahead and subtract 2x from both sides, which will give us a 4x minus 7 is greater than 17. Now we can add 7 to both sides, so we can try to start solving for x. So we'll have a 4x is greater than 24. We can divide both sides by 4. We get an x is greater than 6. So now we can go ahead and make our number line, plot a 6. Make sure you have your open circle, and x is everything larger than 6, so it's then going to be an arrow going to the right side. Now, solve if possible. So these are scenarios where it might be possible to solve for x, or it might not. But you know enough math, we can just try this and see what happens. So first thing I'll do here is I'll distribute that 7 into both parts. So we'll get a 7 times 2x gives us a 14x. 7 times 3 is 21. 14x plus 5. We want to get all of our x's onto the same side first, so I'll just subtract the 14x from the right side to get that over to the left side. And what's left then is a 5 is less than negative 21. Our x's all disappeared. This is why it says if possible, because our answer here might be possible or it might not be. So let's go ahead and think about just your regular number line. We have 5, and we have negative 21. Oops, 21. Is 5 less than negative 21? No, because less than negative 21 is going over to the left. So it's not possible. So that would just be our answer, would be not possible. Or you could also say no solution. That would also work. Now for this next one, we can distribute our 6 into both sides, so we'll get a 12x minus 6 is less than 12x minus 1. I'll go ahead and subtract my 12x from both sides to get those all onto the same side, and we're left with a negative 1 is greater than negative 6. Well, now think about your number line. So you've got a 0, negative 1, negative 6. Is negative 1 greater than negative 6? Well, yeah, the numbers greater than negative 6 are to the right. So negative 1 is greater than negative 6. So this is always possible. So your solution in this case would be all real numbers. Because no matter what value of x you put in, this will work. And if you don't remember, when you get to all real numbers, you can say all real numbers. You can say all reals is what some math teachers like putting, or the mathematical notation to say all real numbers in just super shorthand is just sort of a double bar upright with an R made off of that right bar. Either way, this will be your answer for this one. And that's the last question for this section. So if you have any other questions, make sure you shoot me an email. And otherwise, good luck.